What would you say is the place of emotional intelligence and soft skills in successful, entrepreneurship or professional career? And personally, for myself, I think it's been hugely important in my success. But for our listeners, what would you say is the role of, EQ and soft skills in success generally?
Well, I think in Focus, Goleman talks about the fact that it's the best predictor of earnings, emotional intelligence, and he talks about the fact that people, can almost be put on a scale. But I think that it's important because, one, you're not going to have one career for the most part. The average person has 5 careers over a lifetime. This isn't jobs. This is from going to a fireman to, a school teacher, like total shifts, which is hard to kind of wrap your head around if you're, 20 to 30, because you're going to be working until you're 70. But the other side of it is that it's important in the capacity to be able to move up in anything. So this means even if you're an entrepreneur, to scale your business, you got to be able to work with people, hire smart people, and build a team. If you work in the corporate world, you've got to be able to work with people, and other people need to be able to see that you can work with people to move up. So I think more than anything, emotional intelligence is the prerequisite for the capacity to move in almost any pattern throughout life, because you're going to have to work with people in some capacity. If you want to be just a lone wolf, you don't got to worry about it too much.
I definitely agree with you there. I think I like the way you really put it, is if you want to scale into any way, whether it's promotion or whether it's increasing your business revenue size or your team, of course you have to work with people, and emotional intelligence is really a huge part of that equation. Now, from Goleman's work, I think he really breaks down emotional intelligence into four categories. I think he talked about awareness, he talked about regulation, which is being able to regulate your emotion. He also talked about empathy, putting yourself in other people's shoes, and then he talked about skilled relationships, which is basically combining all of those three areas. Now, for someone who is thinking, the whole idea of emotional intelligence is just this complicated, abstract thing. How do you actually go about really improving your skills in emotional intelligence? Like, what are practical steps you would say has helped you in your own personal growth journey from an entrepreneur to a business coach to who you are right now? What would be steps you would recommend for someone who's trying to grow these skills?
Well, I was very lucky because I had the school of hard knocks and a good teacher, in the sense that I, at a pretty young age, got to hire a lot of people and sort of try them out. And if they didn't work, fire them. And that doesn't sound all that maybe politically correct. You shouldn't necessarily start a business for the sake of learning how to become better with people. But I do think that it's about jumping into a challenge that scares you just a little bit, and make sure that you've got someone that can give you some feedback, and you don't take it personally. So if you are truly dedicated to getting better in a emotional intelligence realm, it can be in a wide degree of businesses and social environments. One of the easiest ways to do it is actually just Toastmasters. And I'm sure there's a local Toastmasters near you, because you get to go up, speak to a group of people, and get some feedback on it. And that's one of the simplest ways to start that process, because you get used to someone telling you that was crappy, and you don't go home and cry about it. You write it down and you change it, and then you try it again. So that process of kind of rinse and repeat and getting some feedback is how you do it, because it can't be a solo endeavor.